Welcome back to the show. The new musical Beau had its world premiere here in New York off-Broadway earlier this summer. And after strong notices and a sold-out run, the show is back on stage, this time at St. Luke's Theater in Midtown. The musical tells the story of Ace Baker, a young queer man whose life is changed after he discovers a family secret. Beau stars Tony nominee from Dead Outlaw, Jeb Brown, and my pal Matt Rodin as the central character, Ace Baker. Gentlemen, congratulations on the show. Saw it last night. You both were fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
Frank.
Now, Matt, you play Ace. Jeb, you play Beau. There is a connection here. I don't know how much you want to share, so I'm going to let you guys set up the show for our folks at home.
Yeah, so we are dropped in this Nashville bar where Ace and his band are putting on a concert and sharing this second album that they've recorded of music that is inspired by a childhood journal that Ace discovers when he goes home to Nashville to bury his mom. And as the audience is in the room, they experience Ace sort of telling his childhood and his story. And he discovers that he has this long-lost grandfather that he didn't know about, who gifts him music and helps him sort of come into himself and into his queerness through the guise of music and love, as it were.
And Jeb, tell me about Beau.
Yeah, Beau is a guy who, he's retreated from the world a bit. He's something of a recluse, and there's a lot of bad blood in the family. So this grandson has been told that this guy doesn't exist, and it turns out he does. He gets a call from a hospital in Memphis, and the grandfather is there in the hospital. So you, as a 12-year-old boy, make this brave journey to Memphis and show up in the room of this strange man, and we develop a relationship. So it's many summers. A guy who you really need, and it turns out I need you as much as you need me.
Yeah, yeah. The moment you walk into the theater, you are immersed into this world. And I love what they've done with this theater. I was telling you off camera, I've seen a lot of shows in this space, but this is completely new with the experience of taking in this show.
Yeah, they turned it into this bar called The Distillery that really is immersive. Like, as soon as you walk into the lobby, you feel like you're not in New York and not in a theater, which I think is helpful for the piece in the way that it is non-traditional. Like, we are telling a story through a concert that's similar, at least for me, in the vein of like a Hedwig or a Passing Strange that sort of breaks the convention of what a traditional musical is. Obviously, there are scenes, and the story gets kind of birthed out of this concert. But the main conceit, the frame of the show is a concert, which again, like the space, I think helps with that.
Truly. And you both have been with this show for quite some time, since the very beginning. In fact, one of the writers, Douglas Lyons, he was in Beautiful with you, and that's where you guys...
We were doing the Carole King musical together. He was writing backstage all the time, and one day he came to me with a script, and it was thrilling because it was great. And then he brought me some songs, and they were even better, and so it was very exciting. And yeah, we're in this, we always dreamed of having a non-traditional space that felt like a bar club, and we really lucked into this. This is, it's a space that's transitioning between theater companies, and so we were able to just gut it and make it what we wanted, and that's why we're there. It's really sweet.
Man, I know you from being on red carpets with you for many years.
Many years.
When you were at Broadway.com.
That's right.
You're so talented at what you do on that end.
Thanks.
And then, lo and behold, you also are a musical theater guy, and you're on tour with the company. And now you're having this big moment. Talk a little bit about that, you know, kind of transitioning and finally doing what you were born to do.
Yeah. I thank you for that. It's hard to put into words how meaningful this is, because I was saying off camera before that, like, this is a show, this piece specifically, like, I feel like I've had in my back pocket for 8 years. We've been doing this thing forever. So even while I was working at Broadway.com, doing red carpets, standing on the other side of the rope, there was always this piece of me that wanted to feel like a peer, that wanted to be a part of it. And I certainly did feel a part of it in a way, as I know you understand. But yeah, I went to school for musical theater, so this was always what my hope was. And to be able to now share this part of me and this piece of me with so many people that I met over those 5-6 years doing those things like you, and all the performers and actors that I met who I just adored and ended up forming relationships with, to be able to finally be like, hey, I also do this, and in a show that really gets to showcase all of me, right?
Everything.
Like I'm hosting too. That's the other thing that's cool about this piece is I get to like kind of play host in the room too. It's beyond words. I can't believe that it's here and that it's happening. And again, we always hope that the show would land and resonate in a way, but to have it be received in the way that it has, and have people coming and again to get to share this piece of me with people it's very, very, very special.
We're almost out of time, but I do want to ask Matt, you've gone on record saying our director, Josh Rhodes, said that everybody has in some form or another a Beau in their life. Somebody who has gifted them something that allows us to find a deeper understanding of who we are. So as we close, Jeb, who's your Beau? Matt, who's your Beau?
Oh, that's a great question. A guy named Dave Rosenberg, who we lost during the pandemic, but he was a theater teacher and a good man, and also something of a recluse. So I think of him a lot as we're doing this show,
For me, it's my Uncle John, my late Uncle John, who gifted me my first Jack Johnson CD, and also gifted me my first guitar.
Wow.
And gave me that kind of music in a way that opened up something for me that I knew I loved theater, but this kind of like singer-songwriter route, I didn't know that was in me, and he gave that to me.
It's so in you.
Yeah.
It's so in you. And you too, Jeb. Thank you both for coming in.
Thanks.
Congratulations on Beau. You can catch the guys in Beau now playing at St. Luke's in Midtown. It is time for a final break, but coming up next, the one and only Marilyn Maye.
From the first of the year, I know that this very minute has history in it. We're here. It's the time for making merry whoever she is. And so I'm for...
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more premiere theater coverage and exclusive interviews, click the subscribe button. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you there.